Good morning, artists, and welcome back to Super Happy Art Adventure Times. Today we are going to be making some crazy, colorful creatures, and we are going to look at a new artist named Mark Rothko. So I'm going to turn my camera around so we can see some of his pieces. So Mark Rothko is an abstract painter who was originally born in Latvia, which is in Europe. And he moved to America when he was young, when he was a child. So he lived in America most of his life. And he's very famous for something called color field paintings. What Mark Rothko wanted to do was to paint human emotions and to express them through color. So he used very large canvases to kind of overwhelm the viewer. And he wanted the viewer to feel like they were enveloped by an emotion. So as you're looking through these pictures, I want you to ask yourself, what emotion do these paintings make you feel? These are his color field paintings, and you can see just how large they are here. Okay, they were meant to sort of overwhelm your senses and to make you feel like you were completely immersed in the painting. This is a room he did, kind of like an installation. So big blocks of color, and oftentimes there was a rectangular field of color as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to think like Rothko today, and I want you to ask yourself, what creature could you make to represent each color on the color wheel? So think really hard about the emotion that you get from each color, and what creature could you create to represent, for example, blue? How does blue make you feel? What creature would you create to represent blue? What creature could you make to represent the color red, yellow, purple, green, and orange? These are all Rothko paintings. Now, one way to really show emotion is through the eyes and the eyebrows. So this is obviously sad, and notice how the eyebrows are going down and the lids are heavy on the eyes. Okay, or angry, our eyebrows go up. Or surprised, they're kind of curving over our eyes. So when you're making your creatures today, okay, think about expression in the eyes, all right, and what colors you can use, all right, to really demonstrate an emotion. So I'm going to start with blue. Okay, how does blue make you feel? What creature would you create to represent blue? So for me, blue is one of my favorite colors. I know that for some people, blue is kind of a sad color, but for me, personally, it's a very soothing color. So I might make a creature that's perhaps sort of up in the clouds. Okay, I like blue clouds. All right, I'm really thinking about blue and how it makes me feel. So I'm going to draw my sketchbook today. Okay, so if I'm doing blue, for me that's sort of like happiness. So I might do, okay, so big eyes and making a creature. And then I'm going to do some happy eyebrows, so kind of arching over the face, like this. And then I like the idea of it being like a rain cloud creature. And then maybe I'll do like a raindrop nose, kind of coming down. Okay, and once I have my drawing set the way I like it, then I'm going to really think about some different kinds of blue colors that I can put into my creature. So we know Rothko is all about trying to create very saturated, rich colors, so that way when you stand in front of his paintings, you're completely overwhelmed by them. It's just such a rich display of color for the pure sake of color. You know, he doesn't paint anything else, he just paints color. So when I color my creature today, I'm going to try and use like a whole range of blues. Like dark blue, light blue, maybe blue mixed with a little bit of green, or blue mixed with a little bit of purple, just to create a very, very colorful and rich picture and creature. I'm just adding some more details to it here. And all of our creatures are going to look different. You know, maybe blue has a different sort of emotion for you than it does for me. Okay, so this is my creature for blue. And I'm going to use oil pastels today, but you could also use markers. And you could also use paints. I might use a combination of both. So I'm looking here, I've got my paint palette. So maybe I'll mix up a nice light blue. Yeah, nice light blue, and paint in my little raindrops. Making my blue creature. And I'm going to do the same thing for the colors of green and red and purple. Okay, so now I've done a lot of light blue. Now maybe I want to mix another kind of blue. So I'll wash my brush, and maybe I'm going to get my black going. Some dark blue. Dark blue. I'm mixing dark blue by mixing blue with a little bit of black. And I'm going to put that right around the eyes here. Ooh. I like this blue. It's very stormy blue. Yeah, he looks a little crazy. Crazy creature. Okay, I'm gonna wash my brush, and maybe now I'll mix blue with a bit of green. I still want it to be mostly blue. I can put like a little bit of green in there with it, but generally I want this to be predominantly a blue, stronger blue than it is a green. Going. And I'm going to put this color in for the face. Yeah, it's like a deep sea blue. Okay. So really explore mixing blue, okay, to create a range of value. So that's like light blue to dark blue, maybe a turquoise blue. Okay, we're creating a creature to represent the color of blue and how it makes us feel.